Today's topic is vegetation types and sampling methods. Now, there are different types of vegetation. There are mainly three types: grassland, shrubland, forest. Grassland are the area where the vegetation is dominated by grass. Grasslands often occur in areas with precipitation, which is between 600 nanometer to 1500 nanometer per year, and average mean annual temperature ranges from -5 to 20 degrees Celsius. And it is a difficult place for tall plants such as woody shrubs and trees to live. Then comes the shrublands and shrubs. It is also called as bushes, which is a plant community characterized by vegetation dominated by shrubs, often including grasses, herbs, and geophytes. It contains extremely dry conditions, which can result in danger of fire. It is also defined as a much branched woody plant less than 8 meter high and usually with many stems. It also contains tall shrubs, mostly 2 to 8 meter high, small shrubs 1 to 2 meter high, and subshrubs less than 1 meter high. Then comes forest. Forest is a large area dominated by trees. It has different strata of vegetation. It has a closed canopy, and the different type of forest are based upon their zones and altitudes, like boreal forest, tropical forest, and rainforest. The average yearly precipitation of temperate forest is 30 to 60 inches, and tropical rainforest receive annual precipitation amount of 60 to 160 inches. Now, how do we sample the vegetation? What is sampling? A sample is a piece of a portion or a segment that is representative of the whole. Why is there a need for sampling? It is usually impossible to measure or quantify the whole amount of anything, be it air, water, or plants. So, we will consider that sample is a representative of the whole. It is necessary to take enough samples to obtain an accurate representation. The more number of samples we have, the better representation it will give. The less number of samples we have, it will give a poor presentation. Sampling should also be done randomly. We should avoid any kind of biasness in sampling. Methods of sampling include two methods: quadrate method, and which is usually for plant sampling, and the second is transect method, which is used for less motile animals. Quadrate is a sampling tool for quantitative study of plants. It is usually a square or a rectangular or a circular in shape, and only those plants that lie within the quadrate will be counted. Size and number of quadrate depends upon the sampling community, and it is used on plains, terrains, orchard, grasslands, and forest. An example is small quadrates of grassland and bigger plots for forest. Now, starting with the quadrate applications, it is used in diversity, frequency of occurrence, dominance of species, abundance of species, and cover of trees. The procedure is very simple. First step is a quadrate is randomly thrown on the ground, and the best technique is to throw it over the head to avoid biasness. Second step is all plant species within the quadrate are recorded. Third step is there should be at least the interval of 12 steps between each quadrate. Fourth step is if a quadrate is not available, we can use four nails, sticks, pencils to stick in the ground on each four sides, and a string is tied around them to make a quadrate. Then comes the transect method. Transect method includes two types: line transect and belt transect. A transect is another sampling tool for quantitative study of plants. It is used on long plot fields alongside river beds. It shows the variation in vegetation caused by slope and typographical irregularities. And the size and number of transect depends on the sampling area. Okay, so now starting with the line transect, it is a long string or rope which is laid alongside the vegetation. The plants touching this transect will be recorded, and some way of calculation will be used. It can be charted on a graph or counted in numbers. It is used for calculating diversity, frequency, dominance, height, and distance between plants. Now comes the belt transect method. Belt transect method includes a long rectangular strip along the vegetation. It can be marked by using two strings spread parallel to each other to form a belt. Plants lying within this belt will be recorded and calculations will be done. It is useful for dense vegetations, and it is used for calculating frequency, diversity, distance, height, cover, basal area, and spread of vegetation. Now the calculations and observations. First, we will count the number of species present in each quadrant, then the number of individuals of each species in quadrant 1. And for the second quadrant, we will find out how many species it has. And for example, this example shows that we have two new species, E and F, and species C is absent. So we have 5 species in second quadrant. Now we will use the formula of frequency of species, which is number of occurrence multiplied by 100 divided by total number of quadrate, and density of species equal to number of individual of species divided by total number of quadrate. We will put the values in these formulas and calculate it. like it is done in the first example, species A. Then we will find out the frequency of each species. For example, frequency of species A, and it will come out to be like in this example 100%, and density of species, and this example shows that the density is 5.75, and we will repeat the same procedure for species B and species C. And at the last, we will write a discussion by relating the results with the importance of species diversity and overall ecosystem health. Overall ecosystem health.